Hi, welcome to CCJ 300. Week 3. What's really important about week 3 is that this is the week that we start getting into the bulk of the research paper and the information you need to know and understand. All right, so as usual, you have what week we're on and what we're covering, which we are covering APA, which is the beginning of the research paper. As you noted, you should see the topics that other students in the class have chosen, so you can take a look at it. Obviously, your topics may change a little bit as you go. Just send me an email if your topic does change. Again, here is your online format of your APA manual, the textbook that's required for this class. And then you're going to start seeing these little labels that are all the parts of your research paper and just some minimums about them, so you kind of always have it on the forefront as far as you need a title page, you need an abstract that's 150 to 250 words, so on and so forth. All right, in the videos there is a really important video that goes over the what I called parts of the research paper, an overview of it, and also the starred items. As you write your draft, and as you're writing your draft of the research paper and you're submitting different parts of the research paper, there are going to be some starred items that are required. So make sure you watch this video, and then you can see a link right here under week 3 required links. You'll see the APA research paper instructions. That is the PowerPoint without the video, so you can go back and review it at any time. I've also given you 3 different template research papers to look at. The main reason to look at them is to see how they are formatted. So for example, if we go into the APA template A, this is a draft research paper that actually shows you what your paper should look like as you're turning it in each week with the different start items. So this is a title page, and then I have notes on each one, so you can actually go over and review notes. This is really important. So here I'll tell you, students, make sure you have the correct font, make sure New Times Roman, make sure that you're running head. It goes over, so make sure you review this, because I go over all the things that I've seen mistakes on. On your abstract here, this is the start item. So obviously, if you were submitting your final paper in week 9, you wouldn't have ID problem, methodology, ID parties involved, and findings. But these are the start items that you need to include so that I know that you're answering these questions and covering them in your abstract. So again, over here, make sure that you answer all of these. They don't have to come in order. Obviously, you can put them where you want, but generally you start out with IDing the problem, methodology, and so on and so forth. If you go on to your introduction, again, there are some more start items that I need you to answer somewhere in your 1 to 2 page introduction, where you're answering the specific problem, how you're investigating, outcomes predicted, and why you expect those results. We have the thesis. As you can see, you have the type of thesis. And then you get into your discussion, which we are now calling literary review. That kind of goes over that. And if you get to the end, you're going to have your conclusion with your detailed steps. And then on the references, this is now being called an annotated bibliography. You've got to list what type of reference it is and how you got that reference. And I explain that here. So make sure you, again, go into each one of these templates and review them. This is a template B research paper, is what your final research paper is going to look like. So unlike this first template A, if we go back to the abstract, how you have ID problems, all that, this doesn't have that. The abstract doesn't have ID problems. It's in there, but of course we take out the actual words ID problem and all those words. Same with the introduction, that's taken out, and the labels and everything. So this will show you, template B, what your final submission in week 9 is going to look like. And then finally, there's another detailed example of the research paper. This one is actually online, where it actually talks about each part of the research paper again, and goes over why you do things and how you do them and all kinds of information. So please make sure that you are reading each one and that you know you are going to come back to not only this PowerPoint, but these 3 templates often. All right, here's Hannon Library. There's some APA citation assistance. and there's some other APA information. Make sure you read through, click on these, because the quizzes that you're going to take and some of the information you're going to have to give on the assignments are going to go over all these links. Also, when you're writing your paper, you're going to need to know all this information. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know, and please make sure you're staying on top of all of the assignments, because it can really start to build up now that we're going to start getting into the meat of the research paper.